Let's step back 30,000 feet here about what you expect tonight, perhaps what he has to do.
Well, the president has a choice. He can do a genuine pivot to the center, the way that Bill Clinton did when he suffered a defeat early in his first term, or he can fake it. I guess that he's going to attempt the second, and that is for two reasons. The first is that he is not a hostage of the party's left. He is a man of the left. Clinton was a man of the center. He'd long been in the DLC, which is the centrist faction of his party. Obama is a man, Harvard faculty, a club, 20 years in the pew of Jeremiah Wright, a friend of William Ayers, Rashid the Khalidi, a PLO propagandist. This is who he is. It's where he lived, and you saw it all in his agenda this year. It was a left-wing agenda. But secondly, it's a question of his vanity. He's a man who believes that he can still do the magic. He's a man who believes that with his silver tongue, he can talk ayatollahs into giving up nukes. With his silver tongue, he can talk America into believing that you can expand health care by 30 million people and cut the cost at the same time. And a man who said even last week after the Massachusetts defeat, it was because of an insufficiency of communication with the American people. This is a guy who's been on the tube practically every night. This is a man who I think can fake a pivot and will at least attempt it and see if it works. And we saw a hint of that when he announced the freeze yesterday, which is in and of itself a phony and a fraud.
Final word.
If the president is under the impression that it's one more speech, one more attempt rhetorically, he's reaching a level of obliviousness which approaches clinical denial.
But in his mind, he's trying to what? Build up political capital that was lost from last week?
I think, look, I'd be reassured if I thought he was cynical in saying all this and believing otherwise, but if he believes it, I think he's lost touch with political realities, and in the end, meaning in November, he'll pay.